Let's be honest. Are you sick of feeling like a lobster at the bottom of the tank? Always shying away from opportunities, always stuck, and constantly worried about what others are thinking of you? It's like you're trapped, right?
Satan will suspect a trap.
You know you're capable of more, but you keep second-guessing yourself, hiding and shrinking when you know you should be stepping up and owning your space. And trust me, I get it. I've been there. But guess what? You don't have to stay there. And the good news is, you can break free right now. And once you do, everything starts to change.
Well, times have changed.
What if I told you that the very reason you're feeling stuck, the reason you keep holding back and playing small, isn't because you're not good enough or capable enough. It's because you've been giving way too much power to others' opinions. You've been letting them control how you feel about yourself, and it's making you play a game that was never meant to be yours. Imagine waking up tomorrow with zero fear of what others think.
I don't care what you think.
Feeling absolutely confident in who you are.
I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich.
And finally owning your space in this world. That's what I'm about to show you how to do today.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something.
All right, let's dive into this lobster analogy. In Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life, he introduces this fascinating concept. He compares human beings to lobsters in terms of how we view social hierarchies and approval. When lobsters fight for dominance, the victorious lobster stands taller. It's filled with confidence. Its posture changes. But the loser, it slinks down, defeated, and it hides. The loser acts like a smaller, weaker lobster, slouching and avoiding interactions.
Connor relaxed and smiling. Oh no! He slapped him!
Does this sound familiar? That's exactly what happens to us when we let other people's opinions control us. We start to shrink, we start to hide, and we lose our confidence. Now here's the funny part. Imagine you're at a party, right? You walk in, and immediately you're looking around, you're sizing up the room like you're some kind of lobster in a tank. And you're wondering, who's the alpha lobster in here? Who's got the biggest claws? And before you know it, you start shrinking back because honestly, you're worried that you're going to say the wrong thing. Maybe you wore the wrong thing, or you act like the wrong kind of lobster.
Stealing her away, Caraway. She's mine.
Still haven't met Mr. Gatsby.
Now picture yourself as the lobster who's standing tall, snapping those claws, and owning it. That's the energy we're going for. No more shrinking back. Let's stop acting like we're all in some lobster tank and start showing up like we belong.
Do I need to be liked? Absolutely not. I like to be liked.
But why is it that we act like lobsters? Why do we care so much about what others think of us? Well, it all comes down to our evolution. We as humans, we're wired to seek approval. In the past, that was a matter of survival. Our ancestors needed to fit in with the tribe to survive. The better they fit in, the more likely they were to be accepted, to find food, to reproduce, and well, just to stay alive.
Why?
If they were excluded or deemed weak, they didn't last long. But here's the catch. You're not living in the wild anymore. You don't need to care about whether you're the dominant lobster in the tank. In the modern world, your worth doesn't depend on someone else's opinion. Imagine for a moment that you're not the lobster slinking at the bottom of the tank anymore. Imagine you're standing tall. Your claws are raised in confidence. Looking around and realizing that, actually, you're the one who gets to decide your own worth. No more shrinking down, no more hiding in fear. That's the moment of realization. When you stop comparing yourself to others and start living for yourself. When you break free of the lobster mentality, you start creating your own reality. And that's when the magic happens. And let's be real for a second. There's no way you're going to impress anyone by staying in the corner, acting like the lobster who's afraid of every other lobster in the room. Life's too short to be that lobster. So it's time to raise those claws, stand tall, and own the tank.
Who are you people?
So how do we break free? First things first, you got to recognize that you're in the lobster trap. You've been living your life under the belief that you need other people's validation to feel good enough. You've been shrinking in the corner, hoping that someone will approve of your worth. But I'm here to tell you, that's a trap. It's time to step outside that cage of self-doubt. You've got to realize that you don't need anyone else's permission to be who you are. Just be yourself. Second, reclaim your confidence. This is the fun part. You've got to rebuild your confidence. Think about it. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you create. Start small. Celebrate your wins, no matter how minor they seem. Every time you stop letting someone else's opinion affect your actions, that's a victory. And every little victory builds momentum. You start standing taller, not because someone else says you're worthy, but because you know it. And that's how you rewire your brain to believe in yourself. The final step in breaking free is to stop comparing yourself to others. This one is huge. When you're constantly looking around and measuring your success against someone else, you're only going to feel bad about yourself. But you don't have to do that anymore. Your journey is your own. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Once you do that, you'll realize that there's no competition. You're already a winner.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
So here's the bottom line. If you're tired of being that lobster at the bottom of the tank, it's time to make a choice. You can either stay small and keep letting other people's opinions control your life, or you can break free and start living life on your own terms. It's completely up to you, but one thing's for sure. You can do this. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you found value in this, click on this playlist here for more tips on how to build the life you've always wanted. Get out of that lobster tank and start living your best life today.
You got a dream, you got to protect it.